Shalom. Call on you how about Shem Shah. This video I want to go in on how Esau is being made bare and his own tongue is falling upon him. And you got this guy right here, David Icke. Let me go into this real quick. You got this guy, David Icke, actually bringing out, which I'm looking at the views on this stuff. There ain't nothing but 304 views on it. And this goes to show a lot of people don't do no research and no homework on what's really going on. Let me pull this one scripture out real quick, and then I'll let the video play. I'm gonna play it from this part right here. Go back to the beginning because he gives some good information about this 5G stuff and how people think it's a virus going around, but it's really not no damn virus. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. It says, "So they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them should flee away." Now, the other nations, these countries, they ain't trying to deal with America. They're not trying to deal with Babylon. Not trying to do no trade. Not trying to sell no goods. Do no type of business at all. So a lot of these crops and different livestock has been thrown away. Ain't nobody really trying to take it in. It says, let me read on some more. We'll go to verse 9, then I'll just play this video. It says, "And all men should fear and should declare the work of Yahweh, but they shall wisely consider of his doing." And all this is the work of the Most High, even though the elites is pulling the strings behind the scenes. But they still be in control. Like it says in the book of Proverbs, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, and he turneth it whatsoever he may. And listen to what this guy's saying on this.
And the quiet. Stop the human body and blood absorbing toxins. If someone is hit by 60 gigahertz frequencies of 5G, they will not be able to absorb enough oxygen.
And that's what's going on. Ain't no fucking virus. And you got stupid niggas, they don't want to research and look up nothing. And just listen to anything Master say. Oh, Master say don't go outside today. And they gonna listen to that shit. Now, let me go to this one scripture. Master say put on the mask. Don't say nothing. This shit funny as what this shit said, man. That's why the Most High gonna do exactly what he gonna do, man. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15, it says, "The simple believe of every word, but a prudent man looketh well to his going." And a prudent man gonna research stuff like this and see what's really causing this. See what the real agenda is behind what they're doing, because they always got some type of agenda. When they tell you to do something, it ain't for our good. Come on now, you think they really want to help us out? They always have some type of little hidden agenda or some shit like that, like the scripture said. He spoke with smooth words. No, his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. But let me get that real quick. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. That's another one, too. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords." So they're going to speak smooth. And, "Oh, yeah, we're going to help you out. We're going to do this stuff." Whole time, they scheming to do some other shit. "Oh, yeah, we're gonna give y'all some extra money." Meanwhile, they getting this RFID chip system set up. "Oh, we're going to come up with a vaccine." Simultaneously, they launching satellites and shit, putting more radiation up in the air, spraying more chemtrails. That's why I say, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they was drawing swords. And I'm going to go into this. So reported symptoms include, and this is what the electromagnetic radiation does. Reported symptoms include headaches, anxiety, suicide, and depression, which I've actually been talking to people that's been saying suicidal shit and talking about how they depressed, mainly women, and said they be nauseated or whatever. People be fatigued. Oh, I'm tired. And a lot of this playing into your diet too. That's why the Most High gave us dietary laws to follow in the book of Leviticus. But do people want to listen though? No. Especially they hear something coming from somebody like me, the other Akim that's pushing his word out and going into the scriptures, and be like, oh, who put you in charge, or who will make you so good to speak, and all this other little bullshit instead of listening to the message. It says fatigue and loss of libido. A lot of people's sex drive real low. Going into the women and stuff too, because they damn sure don't keep no dietary laws like that. It's rare you come across a woman that says she vegan or she eat less meat and more lively foods and stuff like that. It's another thing I want to look up too. We go into it. And they actually been doing studies on this. It's basically what the guy talking about in this video, and I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna end off on a few more scriptures after that. But it says right here, it says effects of electromagnetic fields on organs and tissues. So recent studies with human volunteers exposed to 60 hertz of electric and magnetic fields with intensities comparable with those of high voltage power lines. Let me read on some more going to this. And it definitely affect animals. That's why sometimes they be flying all crazy, large groups and different stuff like that. It says right here, and I'm gonna skip around. I'm gonna read this whole article because they got a lot of information right here. So you can check this out for yourself, man. You do your homework, man. Research. Like the scripture say, blessed is he that readeth, not blessed is he who listen to any damn thing you hear and just take it. But anyway, it says nervous system. The effects of radiation on nervous tissues have been the subject of active investigations since changes in animal behavior and nerve electrical properties were first reported in the Soviet Union during the 1950s and the 1960s. And they've been doing this somewhere. And it goes into the central nervous system, brain chemistry, histology, and the blood-brain barrier. That's why a lot of people be talking about they have headaches. They be dizzy. People be bugging out, more agitated. And then your diet definitely plays a factor in this because this stuff only activates when you got a more acidic diet. You got a more alkaline diet, though. The stuff really don't affect you like that. But you ain't hear that from me. Look inside you. let me go back.
So back to the second human 5-year evolution is absolutely crucial to total human control by artificial intelligence.
You see, and that's what they want. Total human control. And they just getting this stuff prepped up. They already telling people, hey, stay inside, wear your mask. Make sure you wash your hands. What you should have been washing your fucking hands anyway. But wash your hands. Use sanitizer. They need to tell motherfuckers to take more baths, but that's another topic. But them doing this little shit with this human control and artificial intelligence is all tied into the RFID chip. Because them establishing these 5G towers and putting satellites up in the air so they'll be able to track people and control them simultaneously. Because they're sending out different electromagnetic pulse. Your brain system is set up in an electrical manner. That's how your nerves and everything interact with each other. Hey, they're gonna have control over people. That's why the most I say don't take that RFID chip. Because he's supposed to be in control, not these damn devils.
So in the pyramid of the telecommunication system, there will be lots of people here who are clueless about the impact and really wouldn't really want to look at it because look at all the dollars available. But when you get to that level of the telecommunications industry, the focal point of control, they absolutely know what it's going to do and why, because they want that done, because they want its effect on humanity. They have the ability to manipulate people psychologically, what the 4G do, but 5G even more. It poisons the cells. It gets poisoned by technological electromagnetic.
Not by no virus, by radiation. Even if it's just like a nuclear reactor spill over and some type of chemicals or something get out, and if you get too close to it, you'll get sick. Same way with these towers, and same way with them satellites, just emitting the same stuff from above and from below. So that's why, let me go into the scripture. That's why the Most High finna bring these devils down real fucking soon, because they doing too much. Yeah, if you can't see it, you ain't meant to see it. But the ones that's meant to see it, they can see it clear as day. This in the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 20 says, and except that the Lord Yahweh has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he has shortened the days, and it's already May, man. That's what this year just started. May already here. Before you know, it was looking up, it'll be August. June and July definitely gonna fly by. So hey, yeah, like I say, before you know it, you look up, it'll be August. Time been speeding up. Everything been happening simultaneously. Prophecies been coming to pass, I should say. And stuff moving. And that's for the elect's sake. Because ultimately, Esau want to wipe out everybody else, and they want to go live up in space and shit like they the Jetsons or something. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna pull some scriptures out of the book of Obadiah, and I'll end it off.
So release exercise as a immune response. They test for COVID-19. Where was the first Chinese to introduce 5G? Just before the virus went out.
See, man, it's right there, man. So you gotta do your homework, man. And the scripture also say, give diligence and make that call and election sure. You gotta be diligent and seeking out the truth. Not just listening to what motherfucker tell you. Even me just telling you this, hey, read them scriptures, man. Do your homework. Go research this. And you gonna find out.
And by the way, all this lockdown has been going on. 5G masks are being rolled out at a very rapid rate. In the same period of this lockdown.
And this 5G stuff over here, watch there. You know what I seen laying on the ground? Dead birds. And they ain't get shot by no BB gun or no other little shit like that. Ain't no hunters go out and go shoot them off the power lines and nothing like that. They're actually being radiated to death. So you know if it's doing that to them, what it's doing to the people.
Something like another 21,000 cities will be open in 42 sites, rolled out all over the world at a very great rate of now. This is a time where everything is supposed to be start, and they're still building towers overnight. Yes, because that's considered essential work. And to the coast, it is essential because they want 5G everywhere. At the same time that is happening in terms of towers all over the world, of course people are not able to protest because they are isolated from each other and under house arrest. That's why they're doing it. Elon Musk, this is calling a psychopath because That's not enough. This man is a super psychopath.
Hey man, this shit hilarious. He calls his ass a fucking super psychopath.
Reason, he knows what this impact is going to be. He is putting week by
And this devil just brought another devil in the world. You best believe they ain't got no 5G shit around their house.
week more and more satellites at low altitude beaming 5G at the Earth. He has permission to like tens of thousands already, and he's just getting towards that goal. What he wants is 42,000. The ones he's got up there now, the astronomy community, who's been complaining around the world, they can't see the fucking night sky anymore because of these satellites which are beaming 5G at the Earth. While this lockdown has been on, he has been given permission by the Federal Communications Commission, which allowed the rollout of 5G without testing, because it's owned by the Post, a million and ground antenna in America, which will, through electromagnetic fields, connect with the satellite. Because what they're creating, I've been writing this for decades, they are creating a technological sub-reality of 5G, surrounding the world with satellites and pouring this stuff in, because they're creating a sub-reality to which the human mind will be connected to via AI, and they're even giving you a time when this will start to happen. Seriously, 2030 keeps coming up for everything. Got this permission during the lockdown. 5G is a range of frequencies. It's not one frequency. Now they're starting here, where they want to go there, and they can already go there. And going there has great implications in the way that I'm going to describe on my website. You'll see in the line of videos a New York doctor who's so exasperated he made a video, and he's been working emergency intensive care unit at a hospital in New York. And what he says on this video is, look, this is not COVID-19. It's not what we told you. Look at the pyramid, right? And everyone does as they're told. He said, we were told to treat people with lung problems that come to us as people who have an infectious disease called COVID-19. That is not what we are seeing. After the interview, go and see him, talk on the video. This is not what we're seeing, he said. I've never seen anything like this in terms of what I'm seeing in the lungs of these people and what these people are suffering and dying from. Their lungs look like someone who's flying at 30,000 feet. Cabin pressure disappears, the oxygen disappears, and they slowly die of lack of oxygen.
Not for no damn virus.
He said another analogy, it's like their lungs look like something I would expect if you took someone and you put them on the top of Everest with no acclimatization and obviously no breathing apparatus. You would expect their lungs to do that. He said, I don't know what's going on, but it's not COVID-19, it's not an infectious disease, and I've never seen anything like it. And this is admitted by the telecommunications industry. 5G at 60 gigahertz, which is very interesting, and I say already, we have on the quiet, got the human body and blood absorbing oxygen.
I'm just pausing right there, man. It goes back to what I just was playing at the beginning, but it's in the book of Obadiah. I'm gonna just read on down. See, Esau being exposed. Esau being exposed by Esau. That's what makes it even more beautiful. So verse 2 said, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, and says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And they got this little proud demeanor and mind frame, thinking that they're not going to be brought down. They try to fulfill their plans and get it to a certain point, and once they actually do, that's when the Most High gonna step in with his plans, which is all according to his plan anyway. But the grand finale, that's what I mean to say. And verse 4 says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, which will maybe look this video up because I was looking up the Elon Musk Starlink, because that goes to show who Esau is. And they want to go up in the stars and set up satellites and shit. They actually called some of them a nest, a weapon cache up in space where they store nukes or whatever other little lasers and shit up there. They actually call it a nest. Go look it up. It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. I'm over jumping down to verse 6. It said, how are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Hey, this has his things searched out right here. And they so stupid. They put their own information out. And then simultaneously, our people be stupid too and don't look up the information. But it says in verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat the bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, I will even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, and a mighty man, O Timon, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one out of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. It say, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And this stuff really, that they really got going on is really an attack on us. Because they tried all type of stuff. They tried the crack. They tried the actual diseases, whether it been AIDS, HIV, or hepatitis, syphilis, all that different stuff. It ain't work, so these devils, they don't up the ante. They got satellites and shit, shooting radiation and shit, towers and shit everywhere. And guess who the main people they say is affected by this? African Americans, which they know who the tribes really are. They're not stupid. I won't say they're not that stupid, but they are stupid because they radiating themselves at the same time. But in verse 11 it says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives, his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was as one of them. And them lots is talking about slavery. Because you had the lots where they'll post up the slaves and they had a guy saying 25, 30, 35, 45, and all that little shit like that, and they could sell the little slave off and all that. And verse 12 it says, but thou shouldst not have looked on the day thy brother, and the day he became a stranger, neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And they did all that, so their judgment coming. It says in verse 14, neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. And the main point I want to get to, just them doing what they're doing. Hey, it's going to be a remnant, the elect of our people. They're going to get delivered out of all this stuff. They're not going to have to taste of death. Everybody don't die. And the elect, the saints, are going to judge Esau. In verse 21, better yet, let me see, I don't read verse 21 first. I'm going to just start at verse 17. It said, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, which is where holy just goes into separate, because everybody is not supposed to be hanging out and being buddy-buddy with each other. That's a myth too. It says, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And this in the scriptures, man. This ain't no made-up stuff. Everybody be talking about, we all supposed to be one and all that. Well, who gonna be in charge then? Who gonna lay the correction out and all that stuff? That's silly to even say that. In verse 18 it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of the host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even until Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which was in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors, talking about the saints, the elect, shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. And it says, judge. All that, oh, don't, only God can judge me, don't judge me, and all that little stuff. That's another false speech, too, that people like to give out. Because you go to court, you get judged. You'll get your job, you get judged by the person that's hiring your ass. But people don't consider these things. And ultimately, because they don't read, you got these pastors that don't teach people this stuff because they've been paid off by the government. And the scriptures say, woe to the pastors that lead my sheep astray. So, hey man, judgment time coming real soon on a high level because people get judged every day, but it's just fun to get turned up even more. I just wanted to bring this up because I looked this Starlink stuff up and want to go in on how Esau was being made bare and his own tongue falling upon him. Lord's want us to edify, call all y'all about Shem Shah. Shalom to the Lord.